What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm down here in the shop today getting some drop cords and things so I can run my generators at the house. Looks like we're going to get hit with maybe some heavy ice here, which is absolutely awful stuff. Maybe snow. I don't know what we're getting because the news is not 100% sure what we're getting. I'm just going based off them. And I live in the South where we absolutely lose our minds when they talk about any kind of inclement winter weather. Now, if you go to the store right now, probably can't buy milk. Probably can't buy bread. It's a few days away, but that's how things go here. Now, I will say, as someone who used to be a truck driver, and I've been up north during the winter and down here, I will say, northern people, I know they laugh at us, but y'all's road crews handle that a lot better than our road crews. Our road crews do a great job. They just don't see it as much as y'all do. And you know, you can't get really good at taking care of something that you don't take care of very often, where you can get very good at taking care of something you do take care of very often. But just throwing that out there. But while down here, I want to give a review on something that, you know, I've been using for quite some time and I've absolutely fell in love with. Took me a while to actually start using these, just over the past few years, but it's become such a wide thing that power tools in the mechanic world have really become a big thing, especially with Milwaukee, leading the way with that. They got some crazy stuff. But as much as I love Milwaukee and the M18 fuel lineup, really any of their tools, as a prosumer that I am, I guess is what you call me, it's really expensive. In order to have a large variety of tools, it takes a lot of money to do that. And I will say Milwaukee is the best at what they do. I know some DeWalt guys or whoever may get a little butthurt of that, but it is true. But I did find a brand, and this is actually thanks to the Torque Test channel. I was watching them, and I had seen these at Walmart and thought about them. And the Torque Test channel actually reviewed this big behemoth right here. And this guy, which is a Hyper Tough, yeah, I know, like the one brand I really would not expect being a beast, kept up with the DeWalt in Milwaukee. Now, I didn't outdo them, but it was right on their heels. And I absolutely love this thing. Now, it's got a couple different settings right there. If I make that light where it's not getting in the way of the camera. Got a couple different settings right there where you can do the power controls on it. I took the lug nuts off my diesel with that. Did not fight, not one bit. Now, I haven't really hit anything like a crank bolt or anything like that. But just what I've seen with that, it's not going to have any trouble. Now, the two tools that I have fallen in love with the most would be their 12 volt, 3/4 inch, or 3/8 inch impact. Absolutely love this guy. The battery on this thing, now this right here, I think is that's the 4 amp hour, lasts almost forever. It really holds in there. It has two power settings. Now I will say this does not pack that great of a punch. But for basically just in the engine bay trying to undo fasteners a little bit quicker, this is absolutely fantastic. I know they do have another Hyper Tough in this lineup that is a 3/8 drive that does pack a little bit more punch than this thing. But I haven't really found a situation where this is more than I need. I actually use this as well to change the blades on my lawnmower for my business. Now, this right here is just the greatest thing ever. Now, once again, not the most powerful, it's not the fastest, but this right here has really saved me time and made life easy. I know in old videos, like from 6-7 years ago, I remember people in my comment section saying, man, you need to get some power tools. I was always using a ratchet. Dude, you need to get some power tools. I went and bought a Porter cable impact driver, nut driver. Didn't have the 3/8 drive, just had like where you could put a nut driver in it, that'd be a 3/8 drive. Really wasn't that happy with it. Battery wasn't that good, and I think within like 2 weeks, the bearing that held the nut driver in broke, so it would fall out if you'd point it down. It just really wasn't that great, and that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth about power tools. But really, I was using it for something it wasn't meant to be used for. It just really wasn't its thing. But these were at Walmart. I think I paid $55 for this one with this battery right here. This is the 1.5 amp hour battery. It holds out a long time on this tool right here. Now, as far as putting it on the impact like this, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just not enough power. This impact came with this battery. I think this impact right here costed me somewhere in the realm of like $60 with the battery, and it came with a fast charger. Now, all these come with a charger, but it will come like this right here, comes the basic charger that just plugs into the battery right here. And I love that. But That way I ain't got to have everything on the fast charger. Now, as far as, I actually didn't realize I had purchased this one. I had been looking at this one at Walmart for a while, and I was saying eventually I'm going to get that when I got the other ones. And I was in my toolbox today, and I found it. I'm like, daggum, I did buy that. You can pick this thing up for like $30 with this 1.5 amp hour battery and the charger that plugs into the battery. Now, one of the reasons I do like the battery, the charger that plugs into the battery, for these little batteries that actually charges them pretty quick, I have the power strip down here in my toolbox, so I can have all 3 chargers going at one time, and it does a really good job. I actually had to look this one over. Haven't really used this one much. It's still brand new, as you can tell. Like, it's brand freaking new. Like, not even a dent or a ding on it, a scratch. And there's a little scrape right there. That don't count. But I haven't used this one, and I look forward to using it. And I forgot I had it. Now, these are brushless, too. Like, this is brushless. I think the only one that I have that isn't brushless is this guy right here, and I really don't see no need for it, to be quite honest with you. It breaks away nuts and bolts pretty easily within reason, and it tightens them up pretty freaking good. I've let it bump one and or a bolt, and then went after it with a ratchet, and like, it's pretty snug to the point of, you know, something that's got a that's not going to handle a lot of torque. I'm not going to want to bump it with that. But anybody that's just looking for decent impacts around the shop, that's not going to want to break your bank, go get these guys. This thing right here, just the other week, I don't know if you can see it on this trigger right here, all this fluid, this thing was covered in ATF. I was working on my Ram 3500, changing out the governor solenoid. The pan was supposed to be empty. I always put a tube down the dipstick and pump the pan out. I moved the tube around a bunch of times, kept pumping, didn't get anything. For whatever reason, there was still a ton of fluid in that. And, well, long story short, it all poured out on this impact. This thing was completely covered. Still works freaking amazing. No issues at all. No hiccups, no glitches. It's fantastic. So for all 3 of these tools right here, you should be able to walk out the door around $120. That's everything getting a battery, everything getting a charger. Now, this is the only one that's going to come with the 4 amp hour, and that is going to come with the quick charger. And this guy right here is, I think, $124. It also comes with a 4 amp hour battery, and it comes with a quick charger as well. And love that thing. So for like right at $250, I've got every tool that I realistically need in the Power Tool series. Now, the one that I haven't got that I want is the long neck ratchet. I haven't got that one yet. We are looking into getting that. We are going to do a lot of work on the Eclipse down here. And once we pull it in, we are going to pull the engine out, do like a light fresh up. We're going to try to make that the stock bottom end world record holder in the 8th mile. I don't know that it'll ever be a quarter-mile car, maybe. Maybe. I may have to hit the quarter in order to claim that record. I don't know yet. As far as the SRT4 that you guys can't see over here, but anybody that's been on the channel, you've seen that. I've already used these on the SRT4, and it made things 100 times faster. This is somewhat jobs I've done on other SRTs with just regular ratchets. And instead of just sitting there cranking all day, you just hit a button, you're good to go. And these things, I'm gonna tell you what makes these really great. When you get in that one area where you got just enough to get, room to get the ratchet on the nut or bolt, but you ain't got enough room to ratchet, I don't need it. Just hit the trigger, we're ready to rock and roll, baby. Telling you, absolutely fantastic. Anyways, that's the video. I don't really do reviews, but I wanted to do that video because I have fallen in love with these things. I have. They have made my life so much better. My just experience in the shop that much better. When you can come in a shop and make a job easier and, a little faster and, take any of the headache out of working on a car. Because let's be honest, engineers don't like mechanics. They don't care nothing about us. They make our lives hard sometimes. So anytime you can go in here and work on something, make it a little easier, a little enjoyable, you're not eating your knuckles up or anything, it makes it fun, especially right now. I'm in the shop, it's probably 45 degrees. People up north, that's a warm day. People down here in North Carolina, this sucks, it's cold, we don't like it, I'm ready for 70-something degrees. But you slip a wrench on a day like today, you're going to know about it. It's going to hurt for a couple hours. Your brain immediately picks up on that sucked, it hurt, this is really bad. And with these tools right here, it kind of takes some of that out of the equation, and I absolutely love that. I could not be happier with them. I remember, this was my first purchase, and I thought I was throwing away money because it's hyper tough. But I looked at this and the Heart series, and the Heart series just looks like junk. I'm gonna be honest, it does not look as good, and it's not. We've actually watched them test it. This stuff outdoes the Heart series. But I also kind of felt silly buying my tools from Walmart But at the same time, if the tool works, I don't care where it comes from. I don't care if people, hey, it should be Milwaukee. You're not cool because you use Milwaukee. Bro, I'm 35 years old. I ain't trying to be cool no more. I'm just trying to get things done. That's what I'm trying to do. But after using that ratchet, it sold me to the point that I bought this one. And then this one sold me to the point that at some point I bought this one. I don't remember when I did it, but apparently did. And look how smooth that is, man. I mean, nice clutch, everything. And it's only on one. It's on two. Is it on two? Let's see. No, it's on one. There we go. So, yeah. Could not be happier. Anyways, I gotta get at the car. It's cold in here. I need some heat. If you have any questions about these tools, man, please drop them in the comment section below. If you like any kind of drag racing content, working on cars, make sure to subscribe, guys. It's 100% free. It helps the channel. You know, and we're going to grow this thing. We're going to make this thing huge, especially once we get the new shop at the house where I can just walk out my front door and film you guys a sweet video. So anyways, we will catch you guys on the next one.